In this tutorial, we're going to look at sharing folders. For the purposes of the first year writing program at Eastern, how this is going to work is you'll share the folder that you've titled your name. So this is your main folder. Once you share that folder, then any other folder or document or item that you put in that main folder will automatically be shared with your instructor. So you don't have to share every single folder for every unit. You don't have to share every single document and paper that you write. You'll just have to go through this process one time with your main folder and then just make sure that you're putting your folders in the proper place. So to get started, you should already have created your folder that is titled your name. And if you don't see it, you might have to expand out the My Drive, this little arrow next to it, and then you should see your folder in your list. When you click on it, you'll see that it highlights in orange. That means you're in the right place. And there's a little arrow that pops up next to it. Go ahead and click on that arrow, then click Share, and Share again. Now at this point you'll need to know your instructor's Gmail email address. Do not send it to their emish email address because Google Drive kind of gets a little weird and funky and doesn't like to work very well in non-Gmail email addresses. So you should already have this information from them. If you don't, you'll have to find this information from them. But once you have it, then you'll go ahead and you'll add that email address here. Now, I'm working out of the same one I'd be sharing with, but I can just show you what it'll generally look like. So you'll type it in there, and then you'll see it automatically says Can Edit. You'll want to leave that setting because this will allow your instructor to comment on your paper. And once you're done there, you'll just click Share and Save. Now, mine didn't add anything because I was adding myself, but it would normally pop up another line with your instructor's email address. I can show you with another email so you can see what it would look like. So you'll see another line here, and then it says Can Edit. Now, if you accidentally typed in the wrong email address, which does happen, and added somebody to share your folder that's not your instructor, you can go ahead and click this little X and then Save Changes, and it'll automatically take that person off. So even after the semester's over, if you don't want to continue sharing that folder with them, or if you share it with a classmate or a portion of your folder with a classmate for a reader review, you can remove that at any time. So once you see that your instructor is listed there at their Gmail address and everything looks correct, then you can go ahead and click Done. Now everything will automatically share. I'm going to actually go back in there and add this back so I can show you something else. Okay, so once I've got this, then everything in here is automatically going to be shared. And you'll see things populating here where it's saying shared, shared, shared. So now if I go into my LE1 and create a new document, see how it said, I'll show you that a little bit slower. I'll go to LE1 folder, so I'm working in there, and I go to Create and Document. You'll see that it says Create in a Shared Folder. That means that you're sharing the main folder that this is in, so this will also be shared automatically. So then you go ahead and click Create and Share. And that also helps remind you, yes, this is in fact shared, and you don't have to worry about resharing a document. And then you can go ahead and retitle it, whatever it is that you are working on, and work right in here. And you should know then that your instructor, like see how it says shared there, will automatically get it because it's in here. You do not have to do anything else. If, however, you accidentally put something in your My Drive or you put it in another folder, then your instructor will not be able to see that until you put it in the shared folder. You can also check that this folder is shared. Do you see how we've got the little file icons here? And the one that I shared has a little kind of person on the folder now. That means that's a shared folder. So if you accidentally created two folders that are your name, and you shared one of them, you can kind of see which one you're supposed to be working out of. If you do that, I actually recommend deleting the folder that you're not using because it can get really confusing, and then you can wind up putting documents in the wrong folder and your instructor never gets them that way. So as long as you're putting things in your folder that's shared, or in a folder that's a subfolder to your shared folder, then your instructor will get everything that you are putting in there, and that's that. So it's actually quite easy once you get it set up initially.